Hi friends, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Sigrid and I make videos about books because I love them. Today I'm going to be doing an unboxing from Book of the Month, of course. I do these every single month, so if this is something that you like to see, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button and let's be friends. So I have two accounts, so I unbox two different boxes and it honestly varies as to like how many books I get on each account. But if you're unfamiliar with Book of the Month, it is one of the most affordable book subscription boxes out there. You get one newly released hardcover book for only $14.99, and they even throw in a generic paper bookmark. They also have what is called a BFF, which means if you are subscribed to them for at least 12 months, you become what is known as a BFF, and you get some pretty cool perks, such as a free book during your birthday month, as well as being able to select from the Book of the Year nominees a free book. I believe that happens in December. So yeah, it's one of my favorite book subscription boxes out there, and I think that it's a good fit for someone who wants to read more and is on a budget, or someone who just doesn't want to get all those extra little fandom items or gifts. I can understand, because those pins and like little knickknacks, some of those things I don't even like. So if you're interested in subscribing to Book of the Month, I do have a link in the description box where you can subscribe, and I believe you can get your first box for $5. If not, it will be $9.99. Either way, it's going to be discounted from the $14.99 that it is, and I just think it's an amazing subscription box. It is one of my favorite, and yeah, without further ado, let's just see what I picked for the month of January 2022. Alright you guys, so let's unbox this little one first, just to get this out of the way. I'm pretty sure it's like 2 books. Yes, so one thing about me is that if they have romance or thriller as one of the selection picks, you guys know I gotta get it. So this one is Reckless Girl by Rachel Hawkins, and it says, "They're dying for an escape." Come on, look at that. It's such a pretty book. One island. Beautiful, wild, and strange, Moreau Island is a desolate spot in the middle of the Pacific Ocean with a mysterious history of shipwrecks, cannibalism, and even rumors of murder. It's the perfect destination for the most adventurous traveler to escape everything except the truth. 6 stunning 20-somethings are about to embark on a blissful, free-spirited journey, one filled with sun-drenched days and intoxicating nights. But as it becomes clear that the group is even more cut off from civilization than they initially thought, it starts to feel like the island itself is closing in, sending them on a dangerous spiral of discovery. Countless secrets. When one person goes missing and another turns up dead, the remaining friends wonder what dark currents lie beneath this impenetrable paradise, and who else will be swept under its secluded chaos. With its island gothic sensibility, sexy suspense, and spine-tingling reimagining of an Agatha Christie classic, Reckless Girls will wreck you. So yeah, I can't wait to read this. I know that it's going to be amazing. I will keep you guys posted on my thoughts. If you ever want to know immediately what my thoughts are, I am very active on Goodreads. And in fact, I might be too active because I'm always posting my thoughts as I'm reading, and I'm like talking smack, honestly. I'm like, oh no, she didn't. Okay, I don't be doing that. But anyways, yeah, so as I read, like if something really interesting happens, I'm going to update my Goodreads with like my thoughts immediately. So I think that's a really cool way of like just keeping in touch and knowing my thoughts about the book. It actually helps me when it comes to writing a review. I just look back at my thoughts and I can write the review. So if that is something you're interested in, I do leave my link to my Goodreads. You can add me as a friend. I accept everyone. And yeah, so let's move on to the next book. Okay, so my add-on for this account was Cersei. It is a book that everybody is talking about, and I actually have Songs of Achilles, which is also by Madeline Miller, but I've never read this book, and everybody is saying how fantastic it is. And I just read Neon Gods, which is a romance inspired by the mythology of Hades and Persephone, and I think that I'm really into like the mythology like retellings and things. So I hear that that is what Cersei is about. It's like a Greek retelling or something, and so I want to give it a try, and I always like the cover. I think that it's so pretty, and yeah, so it actually won Book of the Year for 2018. So if I was subscribed, then I could have selected this book for free. In the house of Helios, god of the sun and mightiest of the Titans, a daughter is born. But Cersei is a strange child, not obviously powerful like her father, nor viciously alluring like her mother. Turning to the world of mortals for companionship, she discovers that she does possess power, the power of witchcraft, which can transform rivals into monsters and menace the gods themselves. Threatened, Zeus banishes her to a deserted island where she hones her occult craft, tames wild beasts, and crosses paths with many of the most famous figures in all of mythology, including the Minotaur, Daedalus and his doomed son Icarus, the murderous Medea, and of course wily Odysseus? Obvious, you guys, I don't remember any of this stuff from history class. Is it Odysseus? Please let me know in the comments. You guys are very good at letting me know the pronunciations of things. But there is danger too, for a woman who stands alone, and Cersei unwittingly draws the wrath of both men and gods, ultimately finding herself pitted against one of the most terrifying and vengeful of the Olympians. To protect what she loves most, Cersei must summon all of her strength and choose once and for all whether she belongs with the gods she is born from or the mortals she has come to love. With unforgettably vivid characters, mesmerizing language, and page-turning suspense, Cersei is a triumph of storytelling, an intoxicating epic of family rivalry, palace, intrigue, love, and loss, as well as a celebration of indomitable female strength in a man's world. Wow, this really does sound really good. Like, yes, I might not know how to pronounce the words, but it does sound really interesting to me. And I look at that cover, you guys. It is so pretty. Yes. Okay, and like I said earlier, with all of the books that you do get like this like little, you know, it's a cheap bookmark, but like if you don't have any bookmarks, you know, it works. So, and it has like cute little sayings on it. So this one says, "Put me in, coach." That is so cute. Love it. Okay, so that was everything that came in the first box. We're going to move on to my second box. I believe this one has more books in it, probably 3. Okay, so you guys know I said I was either going to get the romance or the thrillers anytime I see them, and I believe this one was the romance pick. This is Love and Other Disasters by Anita Kelly. There's nothing like a little competition to heat things up. Delilah Woodson's culinary dream are coming true. Sure, her marriage ended in a hideous explosion of misery and she's quit her job for the gamble of a lifetime. But she's finally a contestant on the cooking show Chef Special. Now all Dahlia has to do is not fall on her face more than once, make the best food of her life, and try not to get distracted by her hot, incredibly dishy competition. London Parker is fighting for more than just a cooking title. Not only did they just come out as non-binary on national television, but this is an opportunity for London to raise some support and a ton of cash for the queer community. No pressure. Getting distracted by a tiny and adorable tornado like Delilah could be disastrous. Still, somewhere among the flying fish tacos, rampant egos, and culinary chaos is something that looks a lot like deliciously spicy chemistry. But can London and Dahlia's growing relationship take the heat, or are they about to get burned? Ooh, this sounds really, really great, and it has non-binary representation. I am just so into this. Oh, wow. Okay, so I really didn't even see this other character, but oh, how cute. I love that. So it's like they're lying down next to each other. This is the cutest cover ever. I love it. Okay, so let's see what the next one is. Ooh, okay. I was so excited about this. This one actually is on my planner as new releases in January. So this one is Yinka, Where Is Your Husband by Lizzie Damilola Blackburn. I just know Damilola is like an African name. I believe it's Nigerian because I had one of my friends was like, his name was like Damilola, and I learned that it's like specific like to the African Nigerian. Ah, I knew it. Yes. Okay, I know stuff. I'm excited. Meet Yinka, a 30-something Oxford-educated British Nigerian woman whose mother constant refrain is, "Yinka, where is your husband?" I completely relate to this, and that is why I got this. Like, the thing is, like in my family, we were not allowed to talk to boys for like so long, and it's like there's like a fear of getting pregnant before like you're married or before you're ready, and then all of a sudden you reach 30 and then it's like hyper speed of you got to get married, you got to have children, you have to do this, and I'm just like, I thought I wasn't allowed to talk to boys. Like, when did this change? So yeah, and I guess it's the same in this like with this character, so I truly relate. So it says, Yinka's Nigerian aunties frequently pray for her delivery from singledom. Her work friends think she's too traditional. She's saving herself for marriage. Her girlfriends think she needs to get over her ex already. And the men in her life, well, that's a whole other story. But Yinka herself has always believed that true love will find her when the time is right. Still, when her cousin Rachel gets engaged, Yinka commences Operation Wedding Date. Aided by a spreadsheet and her best friend, Yinka is determined to succeed. Will Yinka find herself a husband? And what if the thing she really needs to find is herself? Yinka, Where Is Your Husband? Brilliantly subverts the traditional romantic comedy with an unconventional heroine who bravely asks the questions we all have about love. Wry, acerbic, moving, this is a love story that makes you smile but also makes you think and explores what it means to find your way between two cultures, both of which are yours. I already can tell you I'm gonna love this book so much because I relate so much to this character. There's so much pressure once you reach a certain age to just have it all together, and it's just like, you have time, sis, you have time, but in our heads we're like, no, we're running out of time, our clock is ticking, like we have to do all of this. And yeah, so I'm 30 and I am feeling the same pressures for my family, and I am so happy that this book was made because I just feel like it was made just for me. Okay, so in the last one was an add-on, and no, I think this was one of the main picks, but it's an add-on for me. So, oh my gosh, I absolutely can't wait to tell you guys about this book. This is a thriller, and it's called The Maid by Nita Prose. A dead body is one mess she can't clean up on her own. Molly Gray is not like someone else. She struggles with social skills and misreads the intention of others. Her gran used to interpret the world for her, codifying it into simple rules that Molly could live by. Since Gran died a few months ago, 25-year-old Molly has been navigating life's complexities all by herself. No matter, she throws herself with gusto into her job as a hotel maid. Her unique character, along with her obsessive love of cleaning and proper etiquette, makes her an ideal fit for the job. She delights in donning her crisp uniform each morning, stocking her cart with miniature soaps and bottles, and returning guest rooms at the Regency Grand Hotel to a state of perfection. But Molly's orderly life is upended the day she enters the suite of the infamous and wealthy Charles Black, only to find it in a state of disarray and Mr. Black himself dead in his bed. Before she knows what's happening, Molly's unusual demeanor has the police targeting her as their lead suspect. She quickly finds herself caught in a web of deception, one she has no idea how to untangle. Fortunately for Molly, friends she never knew she had unite with her in a search for clues to what really happened to Mr. Black. But will they be able to find the real killer before it's too late? Both a clue-like locked room mystery and a heartwarming journey of spirit, The Maid explores what it means to be the same as everyone else and yet entirely different, and reveals that all mysteries can be solved through connection to the human heart. Oh, that is so great. I am totally here for it. And it looks like it's gonna be pretty short. I am so excited about this. So I think this one is going to be one of the first books that I read from this set of books. Okay, so this year I wanted to start something new. So I wanted to kind of push myself to start reading more from Book of the Month. I get so many of the books, and it's actually one of my most read book subscription books that I've gotten, but I just feel like it's so many of them and I'm running out of space on my Book of the Month shelf, so I really have to get through them. So what I decided to do is every month I have to read at least one of the books from the boxes that I get. I don't know, but I think it's either going to be The Maid or Yinka, Where's Your Husband? So I don't know which one I'm going to pick. I could pick both, but it just depends. I think I'm going to make myself a rule that it doesn't have to be from this exact box. As long as it's a Book of the Month book that I am reading that's from my shelf, I can, you know, it works. I definitely have to read at least one Book of the Month books per month. Hopefully I can stick with that and at least get some of these books off of my shelf and share my thoughts on it with you guys. But yeah, that is everything that I have. That was my unboxings for January. I will be back next month to let you guys know what I pick for next month, and I'm just so excited because I know that there's so many really awesome things coming out next month, and I hope that they're one of the picks. But yeah, until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye.